The Nearness of You, Love Everlasting, The Thorntons Book 1. Written by Iris Morland. Narrated by Heather Costa and Jeffrey Kafer. Chapter 1. James Daniels? It's Flannigan, Sara Flannigan said automatically to the nurse before turning to her son James. Time to go in. James shrugged as he continued to play his video game, but he followed his mother into the back of the doctor's office without any more protest. 6 years old and already as stubborn as any adult, Sara reflected with an inward shake of her head. James was the love of her life ever since he'd been placed in her arms, all red and wrinkly and screaming to the heavens. Let's get the boring stuff out of the way, the nurse said as she got James's height and weight before ushering them into one of the rooms. Sara hated the smell of these rooms, antiseptic and cold, the paper on the tables crackling as James would inevitably fidget from boredom. They hadn't been in a doctor's office in 6 months, not since James's amazing pediatrician in Seattle had told her that her son was healthy, still in remission, and not in need of constant doctor's visits. But when she'd felt his swollen lymph nodes in his neck, Sara had made an appointment for him to see a family doctor here in the small town of Fairhaven, where they had moved just 2 months ago. That doctor hadn't taken her concerns seriously. So now she was here, seeing the best pediatric oncologist in Fairhaven, to make certain her son's cancer hadn't returned. Everything looks good. I'll let Dr. Thornton know you're here. The nurse smiled at James, who continued to play his video game, kicking his heels against the table. Sara rubbed her hands. She should have brought a sweater. Why were doctors' offices so damn cold? She'd never been in one that didn't result in her shivering from the blast of air conditioning, no matter the time of year. She told herself that more than likely, James's swollen lymph nodes were nothing, probably just a cold. His cancer had been in remission for over 4 years, but she couldn't stop the memories flooding her all the same. He'd had the same symptoms when he'd been just a toddler, and she'd assumed it had been nothing. Until the doctor had told her the tumor had spread to his bones, and they were lucky it hadn't spread to his bone marrow just yet. Mrs. Daniels? Dr. Thornton said as he entered the room. When Sara looked up from her clenched fists, she had to keep her jaw from dropping open. This was Dr. Thornton? This gorgeous man, barely in his 30s, with dark hair and deep green eyes? Sara swallowed against a suddenly dry throat. It's Flannigan, Sara replied.
Sample complete. Ready to continue?